Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. Last week we were expecting DXY to break out of this area here and then make a consolidation before dropping again, taking out this low. Instead, the price started to push back up, swept all the liquidity left here, and then it started to go in our direction. Basically, the price is in the same spot that it was last week when we did the analysis. So what I'm expecting here is a consolidation. The scenario hasn't changed, and then one more push down, having the potential to take out this low here. So the same scenario still stands for DXY as in the previous week. For EURUSD, last week we were expecting the price to finish this consolidation here and then push back up, taking out this top. But midweek we did an analysis and we posted it on our Instagram page, in which we highlighted two scenarios. One was a reaction from this fair value gap before pushing back up, and the second one was another reaction from this second level here with the price breaking this low and then giving us a bullish reaction towards the upside, which has the potential to take out this top. So now what we have to do here is to wait for this consolidation to finish, and then we'll most likely push back up if we get a bullish reaction inside this consolidation here, and then we'll take out this top. Pound USD, last week we were expecting the price here to consolidate and then push back up, creating a new top. So as you can see, the price did exactly as we expected. And if you want to check out our previous analysis, head over in the link in the video description below. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. And if you have any other requests for any other instruments that you'd like us to cover, head over in the comment section below, leave us your pair, and we'll do a video analysis for you guys in the coming week. So as things stand, you can see that the price made here a drop. It nearly took out this low, creating a chalk, but instead the price found some support here, then started to push back up. And next we expect pound USD here to continue its way up. We don't have any setups as we speak. The price can continue to push back up in a slow and messy manner, breaking the top, considering the fact that DXY has some weakness in the coming week. So expecting pound USD and all the majors to push against the dollar in the coming days. So keep an eye out on this possibility. Dollar yen, last week we were expecting two scenarios here. First scenario was a bullish one in which we expected the price to slow and steady climb up, creating continuous higher highs inside this range here. So it didn't unfold. And the second one was a strong move towards the downside, followed by a consolidation, which we were most likely to take a trade on it if this unfolded. And then one more push down, eventually taking out this lower low here. But as you can see, the price is in the same spot that it was last week. So from here, this can go both ways. It's 50-50. I would recommend you guys to trade it only if you get here a strong reaction towards the downside, followed by a consolidation. Then you can look to take this trade here towards the downside. Other than that, the price can continue to push back up in a slow and messy manner, so we prefer to stay away from this one in the coming week. Australian dollar versus the US dollar, we expected this one to start moving back up, taking out the top from this level here after making a consolidation. Instead, the price pushed back up a bit, then came back down, took out this low, or at least it tagged it, and now it's starting to push back up again. So what I'm expecting here is a consolidation, and if we get this consolidation, then the price will most likely push back up, take out this top as we speak. New Zealand USD, for this one as well, we're expecting the price to slow and steady climb back up to take out this top, and as you can see, our analysis unfolded. The price made here a small flag, then pushed back up, and then it started to drop. And the way things are looking right now, it seems that the price will make here a small consolidation and then push back up again to take out this top, creating a new higher high. Dollar CAD, last week we were expecting the price to make here a consolidation and then drop to take out this low, as you can see from the arrows that we have on the screen. So the price made a pullback deeper than expected. We weren't expecting the price to pull back as deep as this bullish wave did here. So as you can see, it went into a pretty deep retracement here. We had the POI order block sitting above, which gave us a reaction towards the downside. And now I'm expecting that the same scenario as last week, wait for a consolidation and then wait for the price to push back down, taking out this low. USDCHF, last week, if you remember, on Sunday, we were expecting here, because of this price action, for the price to push back up and make another wave up. But in the course of the week, something happened here. We got a bearish reaction and then we got a pullback. This pullback here was a textbook trade setup for us. We posted this setup before it happened on our Instagram page, so head over there to follow us, because there is where we conduct our midweek analysis. And we were saying that the price here will consolidate towards these levels and then will start to drop, having the potential to take out this low here. So as you can see, this trade resulted in more than 100 pips. So next week I'm expecting here another consolidation and then one more push towards the downside to take out this low and create a new lower low. Pound yen, for this one last week we were expecting the price to push back up and take out this top. So as you can see, our analysis was spot on. Then the price started to drop from here, finding some support at the trend line, and now the price is going back up again, and we expect it to break the top one more time, creating a new higher high, but this move might be messy, so keep an eye out on this possibility. For gold, last week we were expecting a pullback towards this fair value gap level and then a drop, but as you can see the pullback was smaller than expected, and then the price dropped, barely tagging this low here, collecting some liquidity, and then it started to push back up, and now as we speak is dropping. And we expect in the coming week two scenarios. First scenario, which I think it will occur, will be another consolidation and continuation towards the downside. We might get a succession of small flags here with some break of structure involved. So short term the trend is bearish here. If we change our mind, we will have to see a breakout of this level here, the 2365 level. If we get a sharp break from this area here and then we see some correction forming, then most likely the price will continue to push back up, taking out this top. But like I was stating last week, this can become a deeper pullback, drop one more time, continue to drop, because the impulse here is pretty strong. If you look at this up wave that I'm talking about, we only had this pullback and then smaller pullback, which on the bigger time frame are insignificant. So we got here a liquidity sweep. You can see we got some divergence on the MACD as well, and then we got a drop or reaction towards the downside, and I'm expecting here the price to correct, continue towards the downside, collect all the liquidity left behind. This is a strong chance that could happen, but the other way around is that if the price here breaks and then consolidates, then we have a nice chance to resume the uptrend, at least till we hit this fair value gap level sitting around the 2.4K level. So keep an eye out on these two possibilities. Moving on to silver. For silver last week, we were expecting the price to hit this liquidity level here and then push back up. The price started to push back up from this level here, but without breaking the top, and then the price started to drop. We expect for next week a consolidation here, then one more drop towards this level. I don't think the price is ready to go up from here. We expect this to be a consolidation in the grand scheme of things, and then the price to push back up and resume the uptrend. But we have to wait and see, because this could become a bit more complex, like I was saying on gold, before pushing back up. So keep a close look on silver and watch out for these two scenarios. For oil, last week we were waiting for the price to give us a sign towards the upside, which meant that we wanted to see a breakout of this trend line here and then a consolidation, as you can see from the arrow drawn on my chart. And then the chances, in our opinion, were that the price will push back up again. So as you can see here, the price is starting to pull back pretty deep. This scenario is still valid, but we have to pay close attention to this area here. We want to see at the market open a strong reaction towards the upside from this level, followed by consolidation. And if that happens, then most likely we'll continue to push back up. Other than that, this could have been only a fake out, a fake breakout, and now the price could continue to go down one more time, breaking this lower low. So we have to take into consideration these two scenarios here. But like I was saying, if we get here a strong reaction towards the upside, then most likely if we get a consolidation, the price will continue to create a new top here. But we have to wait and see. For natural gas, last week our analysis was spot on. We were expecting this consolidation to occur, one more move down, and as you can see, the price moved more than 250 pips, almost 300 pips for our from our point. Next week we expect here to see a correction, one more push down, or even a deeper retracement before pushing that back down, because we might get a crossover on the MACD and then we can get the divergence with this drop here, depending on which type of correction forms in this area here. So we have to keep an eye on these two types of corrections that I highlighted, and afterwards we'll see if we get a reaction towards the upside or if the price will continue to drop. We are at the trend line as we speak, but I don't think this one will hold, or it might. But if the price decides to go back up, I'd like to see something strong here, taking out this previous consolidation, creating a chalk, and then a pullback before pushing back up. This is what I want to see if we get back in the buys. Other than that, keep an eye out on those two bearish scenarios. S&P, last week we're expecting the price to make a consolidation and then push the price back up, breaking this top. So as you can see, the price pulled back and now we got a strong candle towards the upside. Now we have to see here if the price consolidates. If this is the case, then most likely we'll break the top one more time. Other than that, there's a possibility that this might be a bit messy, drop towards the trend line and then push back up. NASDAQ. For NASDAQ, last week we were expecting the price to finish this consolidation and then push back up, taking out this top, creating a new higher high. But instead the price started to drop from here. It reached this liquidity level, and now as you can see, we got a strong bullish candle here. So similar to the S&P, if we get here a consolidation, most likely the price will continue to push back up. If not, this can also become a bit more complex and then drop one more time, creating a deeper retracement. For Bitcoin, we're expecting last week the price to continue to push back up. Instead, we see here that the price made a complex pattern. We are more or less in the same spot that we were last week when we did the analysis. So what I'm expecting next on Bitcoin is a consolidation, one more drop, and then we'll see if we get a move towards the upside or not, or if the price will continue to go back down. So very important here to watch the price action. If we get sideways moves after every drop, then that means there's a likelihood that the trend will continue towards the downside. For Ethereum, we are expecting here the price to consolidate, then push back up, take out this top. We didn't get the consolidation, but the price moved in our direction, taking out this top, creating a new higher high. And now we are seeing here a consolidation. It's a bit messy right now. This could start going back up from here. And if that happens, we won't get any setups. But there's also a chance that it might drop one more time, then push back down again because we have loads of liquidity here. You can see how big this fair value gap candle is. So there is also loads of liquidity left to collect below. So we have to be a bit patient. Personally, I like to see a deeper retracement taking out this level here, and then I'll start looking for my buy setups. If not, I'll let the price go back up from here. I won't be interested in any trades towards the upside because there's no setup. So that's the most important thing. We have to have a setup, no matter if we are right on our direction. If you don't get a setup, you don't trade. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. In the meantime, don't forget to trade with care, and I'll see you guys on the next one.